Good morning, everybody. Welcome. This is Ilyas Al-Hariri. Today we have grade 9, unit 13, good news from the hospital. Today we have period number 3 and the page 66. Today we have grammar lesson, reported speech. Reported speech consists of 4 types or 4 ways. The first one, statement. We need to change a statement to report speech. Number 2, we have request or order. We need to change the request to report speech. Number 3, we have yes no question, and we need to change it to report speech. And the last one, WH question, and we need to change it to report speech. So in this period 3, only we have statement and request, and yes no question and WH question we will take it in period 8. So let's start with the report speech. At the beginning, everyone, I want you to keep it in your mind, take in consideration that if we have a sentence and with I, the speaker either he or she. Okay, so when we have in the sentence me, we change it to him, her. When we have my, we change it to his and her. Also, when we have in the sentence we change it to they. When we have us, we change it to them. And when we have our, we change it to their. And be careful to when we have the you, when you comes before the verb, we change it to I, he, she, they, we. And when it comes after the verb, we change it to me, him, her, them, and us, according to the speaker, by the way. Now let's take an example about this. Ahmed, I play tennis. I play tennis, Ahmed says. So be careful about these commas in the top. Okay, this is when we have direct speech. This is what Ahmed says. Okay, so we have to put it between commas. And when we report this sentence, we remove these commas. So we have Ahmed says that he plays tennis. So we change I to he, and we change play, we add s, because if we have he and she and it, we put s with the verb. Okay, this, that, it's optional. You can put it and you can cross it out, no problem. Another example, my dad is a doctor, Sarah says. Sarah says that her dad is a doctor. Okay, everyone, now let's start with our lesson. The first one, we'll speak now about statement. For example, if I say you are brilliant, Ali says, look, Ali says to me that I am brilliant. We can say Ali says to Omar, he is brilliant. Ali says to Sarah, she is brilliant. Another sentence, we eat all our food, the students say. The students say that they eat all their food. So here we change we to they, we change our to their, and that's it. And what I want you to keep in your mind, when we have a statement, we can say says. Okay, Ali says, or the student say. Okay, now when we come to request or order, could you open the door? The doctor or the teacher asks. So the teacher asks to open the door. Okay, so when we have requests, we have to put to when you report speech, and we don't use any of code, any of the tools of making requests. For example, when we can say also you can say close the door, my dad asks. You can say my dad wants me to close the door. So when we have requests, when we report request, we need to use to, and after to we have to put the verb directly infinitive. And we can, with the request, we can use asks and we can use want to know. Okay, want me or want to know. Want. Now another example, will you help me? Will you help me? Aboud asks. Aboud asks me to help him. Aboud asks Ahmed to help him. Aboud asks Muna to help him. It's the same, but we have to put to, and after to we put the verb infinitive. This is all about statement and request. Now we have exercise number 1, page 66. Page 66, you have exercise number 1. Your mother can go. He is saying that my mom can go. So, your mother can go. He is saying my mom can go. We need it urgently. They are saying they, we change it to they. We need it urgently. Could you get my mom's clothes? She wants me to get her mom's clothes. Number 7, please, could they not be late? She is asking you not to be late. So when we have in the sentence we have negative, okay, we put the negative before to, before the infinitive. She is asking you not to be late. Now look at the example and take the best way to complete the statements. When we use reported speech, we often change words. For example, in 1 and 2, your changes to me or my, we change it to my. In the reported statements, we cannot or we can leave out that. We can put that or we can leave it after the reporting verbs. Yes, we can leave it. We can leave out that. In reported requests forms like you could you disappear. What is it? You could or could you disappear? Of course, could you. And number 4, instead of could you, we use reporting forms like ask someone plus infinitive, tell someone plus infinitive, and would like plus infinitive, and want plus infinitive or say infinitive. Yes, of course, when we have the request we can say want but not say. We can put want, and we can put want, and we can put ask but not say. Number 5, when a negative request like could they not be late is reported, the word not goes before the reporting verb or the infinitive. It is go before the infinitive. Now let's come to exercise 2. Exercise 2, walk in pairs, put these requests into reported speech. Number 1, could you take your mother as soon as possible? They are asking. So it becomes like this. They are asking they are asking this. We put it at the beginning. They are asking, or we can say they want me to. We don't forget to, and put after to the verb infinitive, to take my mother as soon as possible. Number 2, could Nidal and Rami fetch the children? She is asking. We can say she wants Nidal and Rami to fetch the children. It is no problem if we use also she is asking. We can write she is asking here, it's no problem, like this. She is asking Nidal and Rami to fetch the children. But here in request, everyone, we can use ask, we can use want. No problem if you choose any one of them. So just here we put want to tell you that we can put want and we can put ask, and no problem with them. Exercise 3. Walking bears report the doctor's request. The doctor is talking to Mrs. Masri. Samira is reporting to her father. Okay, so look here, and the doctor says, don't try to do too much at first, while Samira is saying the words to her father. The doctor is asking her not to try to do too much at first. So the number one is already finished because we are speak about that. Don't try to do too much at first. So they want us to use ask and to. So he's asking her not to try to do too much at first. What about number two? Take things very slowly at first. Now the doctor says, take things very slowly at first. It reported like this. He wants her to take things very slowly at first. Clear, everyone? Number three, don't start doing housework yet. Don't start doing housework yet. Don't forget here we have negative, so it becomes like this. He is telling her not to start doing housework yet. Get out. Number four, get lots of rest and sleep. He would like her to get lots of rest and sleep. Number five, don't forget to take your medicine. So he tells her, he is telling her not to forget to take her medicine. Number six, call your local doctor if anything seems wrong. He wants us to use ask. We can say he is asking her to call her local doctor if anything seems wrong. Now we have this exercise, everyone. Give the reported speech for the following. Number one, could you please come immediately? The hospital asks Summer. The hospital asks Summer to come immediately. Could you get to my apartment as soon as possible? Summer asks Jinan. Summer asks Jinan to get to her apartment as soon as possible. Number three, I really won't know for sure until we start. The Dr. Anwar says. So the Dr. Anwar says that he really won't know for sure until they start. This is a statement, not request. Number four, Mr. Ibrahimi, my wife and I believe that your school is very good. Now here, this is the speech of Mr. Ibrahimi. Say this sentence to, for example, to school, or to the people in the school, or to the secretary. So the secretary will report what the Mr. Ibrahimi is speaking. So she says, for example, or he say, Mr. Ibrahimi says that his wife and him, or he, believe that their school is very good, or our school is very good. It's according to the speaker. Number five, the secretary answer, I will call you back later today. So we can say the secretary says that he will call him later today, or he will call him back later today. Number six, Mr. Ibrahimi, could you arrange an appointment for us to come and meet Dr. Pell, please? So Mr. Ibrahimi is asking to come and meet Dr. Bell, or He wants to arrange an appointment to come and meet Dr. Val. That's all for today, everyone. Have a nice day and see you soon. Bye bye.